everyone. I just wanted to welcome you to your first official flip for this school year. For this flip, I'm just going to go through the directions on how to make a graph on Google. I think there was some confusion in class, so I thought it would be a little bit easier if I did it this way, so that way you can refer to it anytime that you want. 1 second, please. Okay, so hopefully you're on this screen now. You should have pulled up your copy that you made yesterday. So if it still says copy of computer graphing practice, please click on that, and you need to rename it the way that it says on your directions. So that would be your bell, so either bell 3 or bell 7. So 3 and then your name and then computer graphing practice. That is exactly how yours should look. So if yours does not look like that, please fix it. And make sure this is either 3 or 7. Lots of you have been putting that you're in bell 4 or bell 5. You're either in bell 3 or bell 7. So make sure that yours is correct. And don't have the word bell in front of it. Have the number 3 as the first thing. Okay? So go ahead and rename it. So now it's all set up and ready to go. If you have not already, you need to share it with me. I know a lot of you already have. But if you have not, you click on the share button. And then where it says invite people, put Ludwig, and then my name should automatically come up, but Ludwig_E is what it is altogether. And then leave it as can edit or at least can comment. Can comment would be okay. Do not only put can view because I put your grade and some comments on your sheet. So please make sure that you just leave it as is. It's fine. And then you'll click share and save. Okay? Alright, so that is that. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is notice that at the bottom you have 4 different sheets. You have snowfall patterns, you have wolf repopulation, you have California smog, and you have endangered species. On each of the sheets you have graphed 2 different graph instructions. So you are creating 2 graphs per page. So that by the time you're finished, you will have 8 graphs altogether. These are the directions for the kind of graph that I want you to make. So let me go through how to do that. So the first one says to create a column graph that compares all months for 1970. So what I'm going to do is select all of the months and then all of the data for year 1970. That's all I need because it says only for 1970. So I don't need all of this other data right now. The second step that I do is I go over to this little icon that says insert chart. So it kind of looks like a graph. I click on that and then this menu comes up. So there's all these different choices. This is a column chart, which is what I'm making. If what you're supposed to make does not come up, then your option is to click on charts and then click column because that's what we're making, and then it will be the first choice. Now you can tell that doesn't really look right. I shouldn't have the year graphed so as one of my bars. So I go back to the start tab up here, click on that, and then use column A, which if you look over here is the year. Use column A as labels. So then there, that is 1970. These are all the months for 1970. Okay? Almost finished, but you know that we have to label everything. So then you go to customize, and on customize you put a chart title. So your title again needs to be more, it cannot just be snowfall. So you would make a title such as snowfall for all months in 1970. So that's telling me what I collected. I collected data on snowfall for every month in 1970. That's what this graph is showing me. Alright, so that is what I'm talking about for a descriptive graph. Then scooch down a little bit where it says axis. Horizontal axis, which is the x-axis, needs a label. So what is this? If you look on your key, these are all of the months. So here I will type in months and hit tab, and it populates right up. Then I click on the horizontal and I do left vertical and I do the same thing. My title this time will be amount of snowfall in centimeters. And at that point, I have everything labeled. I have my y-axis labeled, my x-axis labeled, my key is all filled in, and snowfall, or my title, snowfall for all months in 1970. So then I can click insert. And there it is. Perfect. Done. So right now you can see that it's covering up my data, so I would have a hard time doing number 2, which is to create a column graph that compares all years and months of snowfall. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. So as soon as you get the little hand pop up, you can just move it down. And then it'll be there. Put the second one right next to it so I can see the graphs when I go to check it. Okay? So that's one type of graph that you'll make. You will also make a line graph, a line graph for some of them. So I'll show you how to do that one too. So I clicked on California smog at the bottom because California smog and endangered species are the two that you're going to do line graphs for. So we're going to create a line graph that compares the ozone pollution in the valley to that of the mountain for a 24-hour period of time. So I need to select our valley and mountain because that's what I'm comparing, and I select all of their data. So highlight all of that. Then go over to insert chart, and this time I want to do a line graph. So I go to charts, I click line, I click the top one. Now again, that doesn't really look right. So, because they're graphing hours. And I don't want hours graphed. Hours is what's supposed to be on my x-axis. So go back to start and do the same thing as before. Use column A as labels. So there you see our graph. Then you do the same thing. So you should kind of be able to tell if your graph looks right or not. So use that as your guide. So then please go to customize and do the same thing that we did before. I'm not going to do this one for you. I just wanted to show you the difference in the types of graphs that you'll have. Okay? So when you're finished and you've customized, click insert. And then move this one out of the way. You have to click on it and then move it out of the way. And do the second one. But don't forget customize, right? I didn't do this one for you because you can figure it out. If you have any questions at this point, now would be a good time to come up and ask me. You're having this whole bell to work on it, so hopefully you'll make pretty good progress. Whatever you don't finish in class is due on Monday. Please, please, please ask questions because we're going to be making lots of graphs on Google this year, and I need to make sure you know how to do it. All right? I will talk to you all soon. Have a good day.